Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. Things already rolling. Well, there are plenty who consider Marco van Basten to be the very epitome of excellence, and it's hard to argue with that, Jim, isn't it?
Certainly is. Everything he did was pretty much perfect. His positioning, his movement with and without the ball, the ability to receive it and turn away from defenders. And don't get me started about his finishing.
For sure, a name to strike fear into the hearts of goalkeepers everywhere. Van Basten. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Great vision.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Couldn't squeeze it through. That's a good ball. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Olmo. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And the shot's on here. Vinicius Junior! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Vinicius Junior. Thailand have the chance to go the other way. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
No, that's been intercepted. Not the most accurate pass. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Serginho. Dani Olmo. Stood up well to him there. Pass somewhat off target. Pinches it off him. Played into space. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, give it away. It's Ibrahimovic! That was superb goalkeeping.
Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And now they can spring out of defence. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
Oh, really well played.
Still goalless. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Could move up a gear here. Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can. Pele. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Dani Olmo. Vinicius Junior. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Spread it left. And it's Rodri. It's Vinicius Junior. Aimed beyond the defence. And that's a good ball. And he can thump it away. That has not gone well. Pele. And it's Messi.
Thailand have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Suarez has it out wide and in space. Brilliantly cut out. Oh, it's Van Basten. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Rice. And the pass is intercepted. Messi. Oh, cracking ball. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Serginho. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Looking for the run. Pau Kubasi cuts out the pass. Rodri. Rice. And he cuts out the supply. Half-time getting close now. Dani Olmo. And here's Van Basten. Vinicius Junior! Pele tries to play it through. Oh, well measured. And it's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Forced to go. Pele! Denied by an instinctive save.
Pele clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And this is Ibrahimovic, Roberto Carlos. Great. And the referee has blown for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So there was the first half.
Thailand certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. The second period is underway.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Plays the ball back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Rodri is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Now it's Van Basten.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Luis Suarez. Ibrahimovic. Can he finish? Superb goal!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Thailand have penetrated for the first time.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Can he get it through? Oh, that's a key interception. Van Dijk.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
No way through. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Rafael Varane is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's approaching that time where you have to decide whether you stick or twist, Peter. I'm inclined to think the latter, but the boss probably has quite a few things which he has to factor in yet, so let's see.
That's a shade optimistic.
Barcelona really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And that is a little undercooked. Van Basten. Now, can they get him away? And the keeper's got it again. Check, dominant, commanding, a true colossus between the posts. And it's Olmo. Nice sequence of passes, this. Now he's got space here. It's a pretty loose pass. Thailand are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. 1-0 the score. The message is clear, none shall pass. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Luis Suarez. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And that's a simple one for the keeper. And they're back on the ball again. And here's Suarez.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, it's Van Basten. He's had it taken off him. Vinicius Junior. Varane spots it and intercepts.
Barcelona truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Knocks it into space. Suarez has the space to scheme.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
In once more. Rodri going forward. Barcelona do have a chance to counter here. 5 minutes left on the clock. Bout of passing here. Shot at goal! That is delicious! A finish of true class! We thought they were done, but never say never!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
El dorsal 27 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 11, el dorsal 18, el dorsal 32.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Vinicius Junior.
Habrá 2 minutos de
Now it's
descuento.
Luis Suarez. Well timed, excellent interception. Rodri. And here's Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Isco. And it's Rice. Looking tidy in possession. Decent chance! So close, but that is as good as it gets. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. There's the whistle.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you could expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Threads one in. That looks a good ball through. Big chance! It's in!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Looking to play him in. Well, that's an excellent interception. This is a promising build-up. Dani Olmo will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now he's got space here. Pau Kubasi promptly onto that, and that is that. Back where it came from. Passing is crisp and sharp. Dani Olmo. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Messi. And it's Messi. Knocks it into space. Pelé, the specialist in tearing teams apart. It's Pelé! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Messi is always scanning the pitch for targets. Dani Olmo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Lahm. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Neymar. Messi. Rummenigge. Pelé. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Rodri.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Dani Olmo. And it's Messi. This is De Jong. And here's Suarez. Suarez stood his ground strongly. Dani Olmo. Messi. Pele. Now, what about a counter-attack? Driving on and making... Messi! Dani Olmo. And it's De Jong. Distributed tidily. 15 minutes till half-time. Some resolute defending there. Quality ball. And here's Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Messi. Rodri. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. And it's Olmo. Tries to pass it through.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Looking for options for movement. Pass somewhat off target. Pirlo cuts it out. Pele played into space. No, he's just misjudged that one. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. No, it's come to nothing. De Jong. Here's Rodri. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Kubasi. Rodri. Messi ventures forward. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. And he's going to have his name taken.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Thailand leading by 1 at the break.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Thailand have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. Back on the way then. Thailand currently ahead by the smallest of margins. And here's Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo. Messi. In towards the back stick. Good read, needed to be.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Rodri. And it's De Jong. Now that looks a decent ball. Neymar. And he's picked it up out wide. Ball comes in. Ferdinand deals with that comfortably. Pele. Thailand are still that goal to the good. Now it's Messi. He's having a pop! And he's managed to gift it back. Thailand with the corner, they're first. And he's taking no chances there. And now a sudden chance to counter. He won't be happy with that one. Nice interception, well timed. Dani Olmo can so cleverly bypass the press.
Asciende a 96.628 espectadores.
Messi. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Pirlo. Rummenigge. And it's Lahm. That's an imaginative pass. Out of play for a goal kick.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 10 será sustituido por el dorsal 13, Forlán.
So we have movement on both benches.
Thailand are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Pedri. Now it's Forlan. Forlan. Now it's Pedri. He's in plenty of space here. He's got away. Shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now it's Roberto Carlos. He has found the way. It's Roberto Carlos! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Thailand do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Just about up to 75 minutes. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And this is Luis Suarez. Rodri does well to get it back.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And that was nowhere near his best. Koundé. Now it's Pedri. Spread it left. Lahm simply refused to be outdone there. Lahm. Nicely weighted ball. He's shifting through the gears here. And it's played into the middle. Pau Kubasi attempts a clearance. Now it's Forlan. Pedri. And he's managed to get free. Rafael Varane proves too strong, too smart. 1-0 as we head towards the end. And he's had it nicked away. Spread to the right. And it's Luis Suarez. Oh, that's a key interception.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Platini.
Thailand really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Forlan. 1 minute to add according to the board. De Jong. Well read, and the danger is averted. And there goes the final whistle. Relief finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way. And looking down the list of names, it does look, Jim, as though it's going to be a 5-3-2.
Conservatism would appear to be at play, Peter. However, we don't quite know what their motives are just yet. It could well be as it looks, but it might also be a way of deceiving the opposition into thinking that they're just going to sit back and then hope to produce an aggressive counter-attack or two. This system can accommodate that, and I certainly hope we're going to get something positive in response, and it's not going to be all defence.
Messi, and he's there to belt it away. There will be a throw-in. And it's Lam.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks all game long, if he's allowed to, of course. But if he starts beating people and getting balls into the box consistently, I can only see one winner here.
And he does it with such an unassuming demeanour. He makes the ordinary look beautiful, doesn't he?
He does, absolutely. His game is just laced with moments of sheer brilliance.
It's Luis Suarez! Sensational from Suarez! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, at one stage he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
So, a breakthrough already. He's having a good look here. And this the perfect opportunity to create... Pirlo! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Mbappe. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Pass somewhat off target. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Van Basten. Well, that pass isn't the best. And he was quick to react. Puyol making good progress on the right-hand side. Nicely weighted ball. Big chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Nakhon Ratchasima are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Romero gets across to intercept that. Raul. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Ambitious ball here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Gerrard. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Gerrard. Zanetti has it in a wide position. And that should get the job done. And he's had it nicked away. And that has left him in a heap. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he has shown him a yellow card. Raul. Now it's Mbappe. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Thuram makes the interception. Messi. Oh, good-looking ball. Great defending, strong and determined. That's good vision.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Raul. And here's Mbappe. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Raul. Roberto Carlos. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Messi. Puyol did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Mbappe. And Mendes. He's through here. Lam.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Suarez is herring after that one. Rummenigge. A probing pass. No luck with that dink over the top. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Thailand go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Thailand just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. So, into the second half.
Thailand definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Van Basten. And that's another good win of the ball. Rafael Varane. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Looking for a runner. Dink through. And this is Van Basten. Oh, well played, well played. And that has been cleared. Taken back almost at once. And here's Van Basten. Van Basten. And it's Rijkaard. Van Basten! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Van Basten really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Now it's Pelé. Pelé going face-to-face with his great rival. Messi. Can he get it through?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Pirlo. Quality ball. Raul proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties. Van Basten really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And he goes cross-field. Pelé, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Roberto Carlos, he's found a way through. And across it goes. And that's the keeper's ball. Now it's Raul. And this is Van Basten.
Nakhon Ratchazima really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be you can be got at, and they can so easily raise the pace and tempo to do just that.
Well read, nice interception. And here's Raul. And this is Van Basten. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Puyol calmly anticipates. Gerrard. Pele. Lahm. Foot in. Mbappe. Rijkaard. Passing nice and neat.
Nakhon Ratchazima really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
This looks promising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Lahm just loves to go forward whenever he can. And it's Gerrard. Played out towards the right wing. Crosses it in. Chance for a shot! And no mistake. And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas. Terrific goal, what a super sharp finish.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Substitution on the field. Number 4, Gerrard. Coming on to replace him is number 13, McAllister.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Nakhon Ratchazima restore parity.
Nakhon Ratchazima really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
They're back in possession and ready to go again. Zola. Well, that has not gone well.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And he leaps for it. Incredible! Just incredible! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Thailand look like they've won it, but it's not over yet. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Manchester United.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game. But he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
Pirlo. That's been cut out, well played. He's under a lot of pressure there. Oh, this looks sharp. Bruno Fernandes. Manchester United are looking to break at pace. Messi. Now it's Luis Suarez, and he plays one through. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Ferdinand does well to get it back. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Neymar! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Now it's Shevchenko. Messi running with the ball. Messi. No way he was going to be out-muscled. Messi had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
And this is Neymar. Searching pass he's played there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Messi. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Bale. Just eases him off the ball. Kvaratskhelia, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Now it's Messi. Thailand still without a single shot on target. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. There's the shot! Goal! Manchester United! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. Neymar really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well, that pass isn't the best. And the through ball. Raya breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Nedved with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner.
Thailand are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Neymar.
That was lovely, that.
And he's managed to get... Tries a shot! It's anyone's ball, and the keeper couldn't hold it. Messi. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Driving on and making good progress. Always goal side. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's found the way through. They've won a corner. Manchester United with the corner, they're first. Thailand have the chance to go the other way. Neymar threads one in. Varane can clear it away. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Some intricate passing, looking to progress. Kvaratskhelia! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Manchester United have their second corner now. The ball has bounced loose now. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, that's a fine challenge. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Messi. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, just skips past his man. No, didn't quite have the weight on it.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Now this could be a chance. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, Red, nice interception. Thuram, always a very imposing presence at the back. Now it's Bale. Bruno Fernandes. Neymar. This looks promising. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Thailand finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So we're off again.
Thailand really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, that was vital. Thailand
really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Nedved conjures time and space where few can. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Neymar. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's fabulous. Big chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
Kvaratskhelia is offering a wry smile there.
Now it's Messi. Knocks it into space. He's shifting through the shapes to shoot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Nedved. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Neymar. Bale. Great chance! It's in! And that was his 20th goal for this team. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And here's Shevchenko. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Luis Suarez. He's through here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Substitution for Thailand, number 8, Neymar. Number 17.
Oh, well played,
Messi.
well played.
Number 11.
Thailand perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Number 22.
Pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Pele.
Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Makelele.
And it's Neymar.
Substitution taking
Neymar,
place.
good driving run. And this is Shevchenko. Cross, there's the header! Goal! Manchester United! And they've got their lead back. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Manchester United have their lead. And this is Luis Suarez. Real chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And again! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, it was a confident attempt, and he made it look like a doddle the way he generated that power.
Manchester United have opted to make another change here. Desai, and he's had it nicked away. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Roberto Carlos looking to pass their way up the pitch.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep back.
Oh, he's one-on chance! And there's a goal! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Manchester United now in a position far more desirable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Thuram. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Bale. Tries to play it through. Shoots! And no! He had to, and yet he could not.
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And here's Bale. Now it's Saviola. 5 minutes left on the clock. Pepe kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he plays one through. Lam. Makaleli. Great vision. Takes a shot! That is special! Gareth Bale! About as smooth as it gets! With so little time left, grandstand finish! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Thailand give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick.
Look, Peter, what they need now are cool heads and discipline, and instead it looks like they've got a liability in their side.
The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick.
Well, I think they could do with making this count, especially from here.
Platini. Coming on the field.
Bruno Fernandes!
Beckenbauer. Number 13, Bruno Fernandes.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Thailand against Parma.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. We're up and running then. Well, plenty argue, Jim, that Lothar Matthäus is the complete footballer. Do you think so?
Yeah, he's a goal-scoring number 10 and a sweeper all in one. That's a pretty unique skill set. His career is all about leadership, glory and superb character.
And not a few goals, actually.
Yeah, of course.
Rummenigge with the foul. Gehi. And he's managed to get free. Rummenigge. Kobel gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Rummenigge. Now it's Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. Oh, Luis Suarez! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Thailand with the corner. They're first. Oh, look at the space here. Towering header! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Parma finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Rummenigge. Tries to pass it, shoots! And it's in! They have heard the starter's pistol and come racing out of the blocks. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely...
Can he finish? Just cruising! They are cruising! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Thailand find a position of real strength now.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and...
He's having a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Roberto Carlos. Now the Bruno Fernandes! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Thailand look out of some... Oh, that is asking for trouble. Rummenigge goes for a shot! It's in! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. And a calamitous moment ends with the inevitable result.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Thailand are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Oh, shooting chance! And that's a sharp finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
He's got 4. That is remarkable. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And the keeper's got it again. Rafael Varane. And it's Varane. Rafael Varane is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And back to the keeper. To Thuram. Lahm. That's a good foray he's making. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Lahm. Pele. And it's Ferdinand. That's Thuram. Lahm. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Good switch, that.
Roberto Carlos. And it's Bruno Fernandes. And it's Pirlo. Thuram. Now Pirlo. And it's Pirlo. Thuram. And it's Thuram. Roberto Carlos. And it's Thuram. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're very much on the way now. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Julian Alvarez, Peter, is a player who I think is very intelligent with his movement. Often he plays in the number 10 position. He just drops that little bit deeper to suck defenders out of position. And once he's done that, then he's capable of creative force in getting other people in behind. So there's an unselfishness to his game. And when he gets in front of goal, he can be deadly too.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Alvarez, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Played through into space. That's a nicely shaped ball. And he's cut it out. So no chances falling either way for the time being. And he's picked it up out wide. He's found a way through. And this is... tries a shot!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Luis Suarez. Now, can they get him away? And he's quick to get rid. That's gone for a throw-in. And it's Pirlo. And that has been knocked clear. Some really good ball movement.
Pele really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
And it's hoisted clear. And we have our very first corner. Roberto Carlos with the short one. Vieira gets it away. Portugal have the chance to go the other way. Messi. And this is Pele.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Roberto Carlos deals with that comfortably. Neymar is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And he's there to get it away. Thailand are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Pirlo. Thailand
really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use. Messi! That had everyone off their seats.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And it's Messi. And Messi! Oh my word, that is quite something! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! He has given that the lot. Bang!
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Crosses it in. Desai can get it clear. Well, That pass isn't the best. Alvarez knocks it into space. Lam. Pirlo is the team's great visionary.
Thailand certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Passing nice and neat. Vieira. Thailand have it back and can go again. Seedorf. Just past the 40th minute mark. Bale. This is a promising build-up. Cleared without hesitation. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bale. Thuram. Bale. Oh, strongly challenged there. Well, that's been cut out, well played.
Portugal have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Messi. And that signals the end of the first period. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Thailand unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. We're on the move again.
Thailand really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
And they win it back again. And this is Messi. He has found the way through. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
This looks like a more than decent chance to strike. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage.
Oh, for the keeper to get down to that was top class, but to actually stop himself from spilling it was exceptional. That's great goalkeeping.
Portugal are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. That has ended up in no man's land. Tries to pass it through. That is a great pick out. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
No, that's been intercepted. Pele being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, no question, that's a foul. And it's Messi. Oh, that's shooting chance! He's got a goal! They have come roaring back!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Number 17.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Driving on and making good progress. Ferdinand goes back to front. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Bale, who can single-handedly make a difference. And here's Suarez. Thuram gives no quarter whatsoever. Thailand do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. The muscular approach does pay off here. Lam looking for the run. Thinks of... Can he finish? It's hit the upright. And it's been hooked away. Pele. Couldn't squeeze it through. And it's Luis Suarez. Searching pass he's played there. Flashes it across. And that was very necessary. He's got away. Neymar finding himself in space. Messi. Roberto Carlos wins the duel this time. And here's Suarez.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Towering header! And that's a tidy finish! And the game is well and truly turned on its head! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Thailand have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution. Thailand leading now.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Pele. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Somewhat off target. That's a cute ball. Oh, that was vital. Can he get it through? Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Thailand really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Now is this the final assault? And this is Roberto Baggio. Ferdinand with a fine tackle. Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
Some inspired work, that. It's good that someone knew exactly what they were doing.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Vieira. Mbappe. We are into overtime. Lovely, now then. And the shot! Well taken goal. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted. That's that, the end. Thailand have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Lam taking in the accolade.